Surely that's copyrighted music.
Well, yeah, that number one, unless you... I mean, I know Oliver Tooth has used copyrighted music, but he has written to the record label and secured their permission, so you need to write to Survivor and get the yeah.
The see where he drinks the milk and don't go on.
What is in the milk? Is it snails? Cream eggs, okay. I thought it was snails. So, yeah, I suppose that's like when they drink the raw eggs or something. Some of the humour is effective. The music needs to change. However, some of the humour that's not effective, I think you can safely assume that your audience understood the pun cocky without having to have brackets to explain to them that it is like Rocky.
The music, does it?
I think it's about boxing and it's got the Rocky theme tune in it. I think your audience will understand that joke without an explanatory bracket. I think if we go back to the start, the trouble that we have here is there's not really any identification of institutions or sort of the title, test card, things like that involved. So we don't know who produced it. And the big concern that I have is nobody really says anything. So the total absence of dialogue does not... We see kind of visually that Chris is perhaps not the most natural choice to be a boxer. And we see that there's going to be some kind of romance storyline, but we don't know anything really about the characters because they never say anything. And I think it would be quite rare to find a trailer that is completely without dialogue. I would say that's something that you would need to work on. Any other suggestions?
I thought some of the visual jokes worked quite well.
Yeah,
I
did.
particularly liked Chris pulling Job in a shopping.
Yes, I like that, and I like the bit where the door
at the
hits him
end
as well.
But then, I mean, you missed an opportunity. For example, when he's struggling under the weights. I mean, what you need to do there is that the girlfriend or whatever, the romance interest, just needs to come along and just pick it up with one hand. You wouldn't mean walk away.
Yes, that
with
would be very good.
as if to say, you know,
Yeah.
He's a weakling.
There is some very good visual comedy. If I just go to the end, I think this feels quite inauthentic in comparison to when you look at other students' work and it's got the billing block and it's got the institutions and things like that. That looks kind of not like you would see on the end of a trailer. The Facebook link is a good idea because that's happening more and more, but you do need, and the hashtag is again a good idea, but you need perhaps more authenticity created by greater use of institution in that trailer, because that's probably the weakest area. That although it's an entertaining film idea and parts of it are well shot, the humour is there, it doesn't seem authentic to me. It seems like it has been made by students in that respect, because you haven't sort of gone to the effort of making it seem authentic with these little touches that showcase the institutions. So that's what I would suggest that you could do to develop it further. And I suppose one more minor point, the quotes at the front, do they need whole blank title cards on their own? Because there's quite a lot of sort of negative space here, isn't there? There's a huge sort of... You could be developing the narrative further and having this on screen, rather than just having this on screen with nothing else for the viewer to look at. Okay, right.